and welcome to Binge Buddies. I'm your host, Bryan Dressel. With me, as always, is Drew Staton.
Oh, hi.
And Matt Dykes.
What? Wait, no zombie dog at all?
I'm doing no nicknames. No nicknames
Zero
today.
nicknames. Wow.
I know. It's just more fun to yell two things than four things, is what that came down to. You know, earlier when I said I couldn't be bothered to look up nicknames, I also can't be bothered to say them. But I can say all of this explaining why I can't be bothered to say them. Don't think about it too hard.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Joel was unable to stay and chat with us through this one, so he will not be here. But I do have his notes. We are doing our season 1 finale wrap up. We did this every season when we did Venture Brothers, and we didn't do it for Resident Evil because there was no seasons. But we did do it at the end of everything. We like to just kind of like meet halfway through or after the end of seasons, kind of like, what do we think so far? What are we enjoying? What have we loved? What have we not loved? I don't think there's really going to be anything in that category this week. And just kind of chat about like what we enjoyed the most out of our first season with What We Do in the Shadows. Well, let's just kind of start there. Now, Drew, you had watched this before, but Matt came in totally blind. So from somebody who came in totally blind to this show, what'd you think?
I fucking love it. I mean, it's a show that I've been wanting to watch for ages because I love the film. And it was just a case of, I don't know where to find this easily to watch. And every time I thought about it, I was not in a situation where I could, do something about it. I was always out and about or something. So when you suggested it as the next series, I was like, oh, perfect. Now I've actually got a reason and I will remember to actually watch it this time. And I've been absolutely loving it. It's so good. It's one of my favorite comedies at the moment.
It is like gut-bustingly funny. I totally agree.
The writing's spot on, the acting's spot on. It's just brilliant. And it's like, I went into this thinking, well, Matt Berry's in there, so he's obviously going to be the best thing about it. Completely wrong. Spoiler for the MVP.
So you're not completely wrong. He is still hysterical on the show.
Oh, yeah, he is, but he's not the best thing.
No, it's tough to beat the best thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's anyone's best thing. I could be wrong, but I don't think he is. And he is phenomenal.
Guess we'll find out.
We will find out. Drew, this is your second time through? Third time through?
It's like second or third. Like I started rewatching it just casually, but then I started rewatching it after we started doing this show because I wanted to have it fresh in my mind. And I just like we're watching through season 3 right now as they land, and it's so good. Like the caliber of everything about this show, the writing, the performance, the characters. It is one of my favorite shows on TV right now.
I've only watched the first episode of season 3, and even that, it's like, oh wow, they didn't lose it. This is still funny.
Yeah. And while Matt Berry may not be any of yours MVP, he is a linchpin in this show because, like, everybody else plays like he's kind of like the baseline for, at least for me, just because he stands out so much in general, just because of like the cadence of and the actual like inflection of his voice. It's just off enough that everybody else has their own sound because of it.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like a palate cleanser for everyone else, and everyone else usually bounces off of him, at least like whenever he's in a scene. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying.
I think I get it. You're kind of saying like he's the engine driving everything. Like it's not like.
Well, I mean, it's not just that, because like he's not like the driving force of it, but it's like, well, I was thinking that maybe he's like, no, fuck that. Dead space. Okay, well, I guess we'll move on then. Like I guess he is kind of a controller in the scene whenever he's in it, but he's not overpowering. It's just the character of Laszlo is such a force to be reckoned with on its own, but the problem is like that force doesn't give a fuck. And I think that's one of the reasons that the character works so well, and how it kind of bounces off of everybody else.
I mean,
is one of the shining gems of this show.
Oh,
and
totally.
You,
Barry
you
specifically.
mentioned like the cadence in how he speaks as well, and he's always had that as a performer. He's always had that different way of speaking. Like I remember, like
Yes, absolutely.
seeing him for the first time in Dark Place, and just the way he holds on certain syllables and things like that. And it's there's a line in that where the line is basically what happened between you and this Renwick customer. And the way he says it is like, so what happened between you and this Renwick customer? And he just leaves the end of that just like going. And it's just so good. And it turns just like a random line into something really funny because of the way that he's saying it. And it's just that sort of rhythm in his speech pattern. It makes the lines funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you say Dark Place, are you talking about the 6th episode?
Yeah, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Yeah, that play. I just found that the other day on Amazon. I've only seen like half of the first episode, but I'm like, I need to go back and watch this.
It's so good.
But yeah, like Toast of London is one of my favorite shows.
I've been watching that as well.
Oh my God, it's
like
so
season
ridiculous.
2.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
It's an absolute farce, and he's fantastic in it. But yeah, he's just an offset of the norm that it keeps things popping without much work being put into it. Like when he is the grifter in the episode of Community that he was on, like that episode specifically, like the rest of the cast bouncing off of that cadence, and it's kind of like a Christopher Walken effect almost.
Oh, nearly,
Yeah.
But yeah, I really sorry, what was the question?
I don't even remember.
I went off on a rant.
I don't remember it being how awesome is Matt Berry, but that's where we ended up, and I'm kind of cool.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, no, this season in general is pretty great, but I absolutely love the show. We were going for. I'm trying to remember what was on the list.
We haven't even gotten to the list yet. So, we haven't even gotten there yet, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
So we're going to let's actually start with a bit of our features for today, if you will. So today's goals are we're going to rank the episodes of season 1. We're going to say who our MVP is, which although it's not Matt Berry for any of us, we do love Matt Berry. And then we're going to do our favorite quotes. So, or do you guys want to start with MVP since we're already kind of talking MVP stuff, and then do the rankings? Does that work?
Yeah, that works for me.
Cool. So as much as now I want to change my vote to Matt Berry after Drew's description of how fucking amazing he is, because he is, and the show would not. I might not have flown to the show as quickly as I did had he not been in it. So there's a lot of credit.
I know I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
That was the thing that kept me wanting to see it because he was in it.
Yeah, and if you show up only for Matt Berry, you're not going to be disappointed. He is
absolutely
phenomenal.
Yeah.
But for me, when it comes to the MVP of everything, when I started watching the show, I was watching it for Matt Berry, and that quickly melted away to I'm watching this for the show. Like, I love everyone in this show. Everyone, the casting was done so perfectly that if anyone were to leave, it would feel like less of a show. And that includes even characters like Colin Robinson. When you watch like the pilot, it's like, I don't know if this guy's going to be the best thing on the show or just kind of written off slowly throughout as we go, because how much can you really do with him? The show knows exactly what to do with him. He's amazing and integral to the show. So like when I say MVP,
the next episode, City Council proves that, like,
exactly,
hands down.
So when I'm talking MVP, I'm talking like a hair above everyone else. Like it's so close that it's like there's really no point, because like given any episode, exactly, given any episode, like, well, Nandor's the MVP because Nandor was hysterical. Guillermo, Colin Robinson, you can make a valid argument, I think, for any one of the main characters. All of that said, I go with Nadia because of course I do. I think Nadia, I think she's like the biggest delight of the show, if that makes any sense, for somebody who's so incredibly grim and bleak at times. But she took the show that I was expecting and she blew it up into something so much better. Like, I was expecting the Matt Berry show, and if I'd gotten that, I would have loved it. It's still one of my favorite shows in the world. But with Nadia here, she takes all of that, and especially because she's working off of Matt Berry for everything, she just takes everything and she just throws that extra little something into it that just makes the show fucking incredible. And it's everything that she has with Jeff, it's everything she has with Laszlo, it's everything she has with fucking Guillermo, and like how much you can tell that she hates Guillermo and Guillermo hates her, but they're never going to talk about it. Like all of this, it just works, and it's so good, and she's so in it for everything. And like you can tell she's one of those actors, like she doesn't break, she's in character, and she's phenomenal at it. So I'm a big Nadia fan over here. That's my MVP of the season. But again, as I said, you know, MVP is like a hair difference.
A hair above, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, I'll go next. I had the exact same reasoning. Like you come for Matt Berry, you stay for Nadia. And by Nadia, I mean the entire cast, but she is just a hair above. Like I will tell you what did it for me. And it was my favorite moment from episode 3 from Werewolf Feud when she just gives that look to the camera and it just says everything about their relationship. It's like, Laszlo, did you lay a trap? No, Dad, nothing to do with me. And she just looks at the camera and is like, he's fucking lying. I know it. Like, that speaks so much to their relationship. And you learn so quickly, just in a fucking glance. It was just like, yeah, no, she's amazing. Like, yeah. I'm in. I'm absolutely in. But, and again, that is not to cheapen anyone else's performance, because like Colin Robinson in City Council at the end, when like, and that was my favorite moment of City Council, when he's like, it's the wide shot and you don't notice it right away, but he's been feeding the whole time and he's like almost orgasming because of just the shit that is happening. And then you got that
line right at the end, which is just perfect. A perfect cap off on that. Like, yeah, I can't get up right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, but yeah, Nadia is my MVP.
Matt,
I mean, we're 3 for 3. Nadia, like everything that you guys have said is, you know, she's just phenomenal through the whole series. Like, you know, from the very kind of the first time you see her, like the introduction of, you know, she's talking about the relationship with Laszlo, and it's like, I think I can't remember what it is it says it, but like one of them basically says, "Oh, Nadia likes to chase Laszlo around." That's the basic point. Oh, yeah. And then he just cuts to Laszlo running away, fucking terrified, and Nadia following behind him, going, "I'm gonna fucking kill you!" And
while flying.
Oh, was she flying?
Yes.
I see. In my head, she's crawling. I don't know why.
No, well, I mean, she's a creepy crawler, but no, she's flying for that one.
And it's just so perfect. Like, you know, and you start with that, and it just gets better and better and better. Like throughout the whole series, you know, her interactions are great. Like, you know, the interactions she has with Jenna. Like, you know, you stupid God. Baby vampire. Every like, you know, she's been all supportive, but keeps calling her stupid baby vampire.
Stupid, yeah.
But it's so loving, and you know, it's just she's brilliant. She's absolutely fantastic in the whole series, and yeah, I did like I was trying to do like a number 2, because I figured that we were all going to go with Nadia, so like that's something different to talk about, picking a number 2 was pretty difficult, to be fair, because I keep jumping between Laszlo and Colin Robinson, and it's just that it's that 2 very different types of humor, but they work so well together as well. Like Colin Robinson's humor is very deadpan, very sort of, you know, like kind of in the last episode, you know, he's got that line of I would stay here. I would stay, but I'd rather be watching TV or something. It's like, and yeah, and then you've got the absolute zaniness of Laszlo, you know, and then you've got Nandor as well, who's equally. He's kind of like a mixture of the both, really. It's kind of like deadpan with zaniness put in it.
I mean, you get to like Nandor's final scene in the last episode where he's like saying goodnight to Guillermo. He's like, "Oh yeah, it was a very good day, except when you threw holy water on me. I'm still so mad at you about that." Like,
one demerit point, and one more year you have to be my familiar.
But yeah, like that zaniness, like he can pull it off. But here's
Yeah.
one thing that I just want to throw out there that I mentioned, like just noticing, like when it comes to say Laszlo, for the most part, we refer to him as Matt Berry, but for Nandor and Nadia, we just refer to them as their character names, and that could be because our familiarity with the actors and whatnot. But I'm also kind of like they just embody the characters so much. Like when I look at her, I don't see Natasha Demetrio, I see Nadia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
I think the thing with it for me personally is that Matt Berry is always a very similar character. Like, the type of character he plays, the way he speaks and things like that. It's always quite similar, but they are still like different characters. But it's just kind of like, it's Matt Berry being Matt Berry, and it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, this is vampire Matt Berry. Whereas
Which
I've
might
not
be my
really
favorite Matt Berry.
seen many of these other actors, so for me they are those characters. But I've seen Matt Berry in a lot of other things. So it's like, for me that sort of familiarity, I suppose is the word, is he's Matt Berry as which is kind of a good thing.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's time to rank some episodes. Oh, I forgot to mention Joel's. So Joel's was the one dissent in the group. He did go for Colin Robinson, which I don't think anyone who's been listening to our show would be surprised by. He's been a pretty big Colin Robinson fan from the very beginning. He did say that it was a very hard decision, though, as we've all mentioned as well.
What I love as well is like Joel was one of the people who got to the end of the first episode and didn't realize that Colin Robinson was actually was an energy vampire and wasn't just some boring guy, because he missed the one little bit in that pilot episode as well.
I forgot about that. That is so funny. All right, so we're gonna move into rankings. I'm gonna let Joel go first because he's not here to defend any of them, and I'm just gonna read them off. Joel's rankings and my own rankings are wildly different, which I find very entertaining. So we're gonna start with Joel's number 10, and we'll go to number 1. So number 10 was Manhattan Nightclub. Then the Orgy. He's not here to defend it, so I'm not going to rip into him about his wrong opinion. But Manhattan Nightclub, not Cub, the Orgy, Ancestry, the Pilot, Animal Control, City Council, Werewolf Feud. Number 3 would be Baron's Night Out. Number 2, Citizenship, and number 1, The Trial.
I mean, his top 3 is solid.
I would disagree with one of his top 3. One of his top 3 is my number 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I know.
But you put Animal Control above the nightclub episode.
Animal Control is real low for me too. Real low. Not number 10, but as low else as you can get. But I'm just talking about mine now. I should just do mine because I can actually defend mine. All right, so I'll do the same order. So for mine, starting at the bottom, number 10, The Trial. 9 would, I explained it when we talked about it. It's just a room of funny people being funny. The show is amazing, and it does so many amazing things. The one episode where they spend the whole time in one room talking is going to take the last place because of that. Still a hysterical episode, still amazing, still better than most TV out there, but compared to the other 9 episodes, it's my least favorite. And I hold by that. Number 9, Animal Control. Number 8 would be Ancestry. Number 7 would be The Pilot. Number 6 would be Citizenship. 5 would be City Council. 4, The Orgy. 3, Baron's Night Out. 2, Werewolf Feud. And number 1, Manhattan Nightclub. So for those of you keeping track, Joel's least favorite is my favorite, and Joel's favorite is my least favorite.
That is... Yeah, that...
I honestly thought he was like, somehow had my notes when he sent me his list. I'm like, wait, what? How is that even... Okay. How you can rate the Manhattan Nightclub with the hat, and the hat doing the crawl away from the cab, dragging Laszlo, or like chasing after Laszlo, anything in that thing that would make it the last one, I don't get it. Because for me, that all sealed the deal of that being my absolute favorite episode. There isn't a thing in that episode that does not crack me the fuck up. Like everything from like the one vampire trying to eat Guillermo in front of Nandor, like, oh, I'm sorry, were you gonna? Because I was gonna. Like, everything in that episode destroys me. I love it. But yeah, that's my list. Where are you guys at? Drew, why do you go?
it's still kind of a toss up for me towards the end. I will say Ancestry is probably my least favorite. So that's number 10 for me. I think the pilot is good, but the pilot's also down just because like there's so many other great things that are happening in this series. I think the pilot's next. That's number 9. The Trial, I kind of agree with you there. Like it's a bunch of people being in a room being funny, and it's riffing off of the history of it. So that's number 8 for me. Orgy's number 7. Animal Control is number 6, and then I think, oh man, it's probably Werewolf Feud after that, and then I really love the City Council episode. Like,
it's fantastic.
It really, really is. Actually, no, I lied. Number 5 is Citizenship. And then Werewolf, and then
So is this your top 3?
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep track.
My top 3 are it's really close. Like, I don't know if I like Manhattan Nightclub or City Council better. I really don't. It's really hard for me to decide.
I mean, they're like I said, like all of these episodes are better than most other episodes of TV shows. So like even my number 10 is still better than most things out there. It's tough to really get them up there ranked.
Yeah, I think City Council is my favorite. I'm going to put Manhattan Nightclub and then City Council.
Fair enough. Solid list. Ours were a little bit closer than mine and Joel's.
So that
Matt,
leaves
where
me-
you at?
Shit. Sorry. Number 3 is Baron's Night Out. Number 2 is Manhattan Nightclub. Number 1 is City Council.
Hey, we have one similarity. We both have Baron's Night Out at number 3. We got one.
So starting from 10 to 1 for me. Number 10 is Animal Control. Number 9 is Ancestry. 8, Citizenship. Number 7, The Pilot. Number 6, The Orgy. And to be honest, from 5 to 1, they're pretty much equal. I really struggled doing 5 to 1. So that's Werewolf Feud, Manhattan Nightclub, City Council, The Trial, and Baron's Night Out. You know, what you guys say about The Trial, it being a lot of funny people in a room, like making jokes, I probably laughed the hardest throughout that episode. And for me, it's got to be up there because I just had so much fun watching that episode, even though it is very much just a load of people telling jokes. They are really funny jokes, and I laughed so hard. And it's kind of, yeah, that's why we watch comedies, to laugh. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm never going to say The Trial is a bad episode at all. It's hysterical. I never rank anything that I deem fan service very high, and this one felt like a lot of fan service. It's like why I think Rise of the Skywalker is the worst movie potentially ever made, not just Star Wars movie, just movie, like because it's just nothing but fan service. I kind of do the same thing with The Trial. Like The Trial though is phenomenal, but since it's still just all this fan service for just anyone who's ever loved a vampire, anything, it can never rank too high for me. It might be the best of that, but even because of that, it's still going to stay low because I want story over fan service every time.
Yeah. I mean, I never really saw it as fan service, really, because it was just kind of like knowing the background of like what they did. They just basically offered it to anyone famous who'd played a vampire, and anyone who said yes, they were like, "Yep, okay, cool." And it does actually, it just moved the story forward quite a bit.
It does.
It's not like the way I would describe fan service is you are literally just doing it just to be like, see what we're doing here? See what we're doing here? Woo! Whereas
Rise of Skywalker for 2.5 hours. I remember.
Never seen it. Never planning on seeing it.
It's fucking horrible. Anyhow, continue.
I might watch that Watching Paint Dry film that that was submitted to the BBFC. If you've not read about that, read about it. It's fucking hilarious. It was a few years ago, and the story's come up again recently. I don't know why.
I think it's good.
No, read the story about it. It's hilarious.
Oh, that I'll do. I won't watch it.
No, don't watch the film. It's about 12 hours long or something. So like for me, it doesn't sort of fit into what I would call fan service really, because it does have a point. Whereas fan service stuff to me is just kind of like, see what we're doing here. Hey, and it's just like, yeah, fuck off.
I think. I mean, we don't need to beat it into the ground. I think for me, it's the closest that this show will ever get to that, and that's why it's still like that. Nah, you flirted with it. That's too much for my brain.
Yeah.
And I still think it's amazing. Like I will still rewatch that episode endlessly because it's still hilarious. It just speaks that much higher of the other 9 episodes. That if those are better than this, then holy God.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, that like we said, even a bad quote unquote bad episode of this is still better than most good episodes of other TV series.
Yeah, and like if we're gonna rank all the episodes of the show, I know you haven't seen all of them, so I won't. Like, there's still more episodes to come that I'd rank even higher than a bunch of these. There's one coming up that Joel even mentioned to our group that Matt had to tell him, like, don't spoil anything for me, that I think might be one of the funniest episodes of any TV show ever. It is so goddamn funny. So like this is some good shit we're talking about.
Good. I'm looking forward to season 2.
Oh my God. There's just one episode.
So much good shit in season 2.
Holy shit. There is one episode that, like, how far into we have to get? Oh, we have to go so far into it. Jesus, it's so late in the series. We have to wait so long and get through so much amazing quality, great stuff to get there. We're just so fucked.
Does this involve a volleyball team?
The one I'm talking about most certainly involves a volleyball team.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my God. Like, the first time I saw it, I was almost crying. I was laughing so hard. I'm probably gonna watch it after we get done chatting, because now that I'm talking about it, it's all I want to watch. Anyhow, we still have one more segment to get through, and it might be the one I'm most excited for. It's our top 3. I'll take favorite moments if you'd have a moment or like an interchange. It doesn't have to be a singular line or anything. But top 3 favorite moment is quote it thing of the season. Does that make sense? Did you understand the words? Good, great. I'm glad we're all here. Quote-ish, scene-ish thing. Top 3 things. I'll leave it at that. But mine are all quotes, so I'm gonna go first. We talked a lot in the beginning of this about how we love Matt Berry, but he might not be our MVP of the show. As far as lines go, he might definitely be my MVP, as he's got 2 out of my 3. But here we go.
Same.
So the first one, I'm going to go in reverse order. So my number 3 is actually a Nadia quote, and this is out of the entire first season. So number 3 is not a slight at all. In fact, it's quite high praise. We were so poor, we used to use donkey dung for fuel, and when the donkey dung ran out, we'd burn the donkey. So yes, I do know what it is to be mocked and teased, and to cry myself at sleep at night by the light of a burning donkey.
I forgot about that one. Damn it.
Holy fuck.
As soon as you said the word donkey, I was like, oh, I remember that one so much. It's so funny.
It's delivered so well, and just the actual line itself, the way it's written, is so unbelievably funny.
Because she delivers it with such a sincerity as well.
Like, do you remember like Jack Handy quotes back in the day from Silent Night Live? Like, oh
my God,
I want this to be a Jack Handy quote. Like,
if you ever lose your keys in a river of molten lava, let them go, because man, they're gone.
This tickled that for me, like that. Like, I used to love the Jack Handy thing so much, and this one kind of got that for me. So that's my number 3. My number 2 is an interchange between Baron Ephonanis and Laszlo, because of course it is. Baron Ephonanis goes, "You know what I've always wanted to try?" And Laszlo comes in immediately with corpophilia. Pizza. It's the most wonderful as corpophilia. Like, it taught me a new word. And then when I looked up the word, it made that scene and that interchange one of the funniest things fucking ever.
And it also made you wish you hadn't looked it up.
Also made me wish I hadn't learned a new word. Very true. But holy shit, was that just such a good moment. And just such a great smash cut out of the scene. Just like, here we go. And what? Out. Like, it's just so brilliantly done. But my number one quote of the first season comes pretty early on. And it's Laszlo describing his roommate, Nandor. One of the best written, best delivered lines of everything I've seen so far. How to best describe Nandor? I would say he's blessedly unburdened with the complications of a university education, but give him an axe and he's second to none. So you wouldn't want him as barrister. And he laughs to himself for a moment, thinks, don't let him fucking see this.
It's the
Don't
laugh
let
as well.
him
He's
fucking see this.
so proud of that joke. He's like, don't let him fucking see this.
It's just brilliant.
Nearly made my list, that.
Matt, you spoke first after I was done. How about your top three?
So I'll do 2 and 1 first, because 3 is I was gonna put it like I was gonna put this at the top, but it's actually not my favorite. So I'll do 2 and 1, and then we'll go around to 3. To make things more simple. That was a joke. So number 2, Baron Aphronas, also known as the Undying One. Well, he died. That's why we're here. It's just the delivery and just it's so good. Like fucking Deacon in that episode is brilliant. Number 1 for me is Nadja, and it's the way she's describing Jeff's name.
Oh,
it's like
God
a weak
damn it.
ejaculation. Jeff. Jeff.
That was my number 4. That one was very close in my top 3.
That's my number 1. That's my number
And then
1 since.
And then circling back around to number 3, and it's just a very simple bat. Because how many different ways can you say bat and it still be funny each time?
It's still
Right.
funny every time. It's still funny every fucking time.
Yeah.
God damn.
And then you drop in the odd human form after he's already turned into a human. That's the best bit about it for me. It's not a bat saying human form. It's he turns into a human, goes human form afterwards.
All right, I'm gonna do Joel's list really quick before we let Drew go, so we finish with somebody who's here. So Joel's top 3, and I think all of them are pretty phenomenal. He has a good list here. His third one would be Colin during the trial, going, "The fuck can I do?" His number 2 is a moment, and it's it might be on Drew's list as well, because I know Drew loves the shit out of this moment too. And it's Colin Robinson feasting during the city council meeting and then not being able to get up. Then his number 1 is I remember he mentioned this when we talked about this episode. It just destroyed him. Was the beginning of the trial when all the jurors or judges are doing their dance, and Laszlo goes, "The hell is this?"
Fucking gay.
The great thing about that as well is like because the music's so loud, it's so quiet underneath. Like you can just hear them saying like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Like just underneath all of that, and it's just so it's like the sound mix on that is perfect.
It's so good. So that was Joel's 3. Drew, do you want to finish this up?
Well, we already know my number 1. It's I guess those. Yeah. So,
So good.
the other 2 are Laszlo. One or number 3 is it was just that quick. There he isn't. I laughed so goddamn hard when he said that. Like it got me completely by surprise. My number 2 is when he's in the topiary describing all the vaginas. It's like, that's Nancy Reagan at the end. Bit untidy. I don't know why, but again, I almost peed myself, which immediately got shut down because I was just like, oh God, it was like the pièce de résistance. My mother. I was like, oh God, why? What is? Oh, there's so much to unpack there. But yeah, my number one is it's like a weak ejaculation. Jeff.
It's the
Like, I
way
listened
she
to it
says
again
as
to
well,
make
it's
sure.
just like, yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah.
It's like there's 5 strokes. I counted them because like, wait, how many times did she go? Like there's 5. Yeah, it's my favorite. She's my favorite.
I feel sorry
just
for
fucking
anybody
brilliant.
called Jeff who I meet in the future.
No.
Because I'm just gonna immediately just refer to the name as a weak
Jeff.
ejaculation.
I have a very good friend named Jeff and an uncle named Jeff, and this show might have ruined their names for me.
You should send them both that clip.
I mean, I really should.
You should have T-shirts made up.
I mean, why not, right?
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Or
Your name
even
is a weak
just-
ejaculation.
Just make them watch the show. And it's like, once you get through with season 1, episode 5, call me.
Yeah, you'll know why I wanted you to.
You'll
watch
know
this.
when you see it.
I
When
just
it
love
hits you
like
in
in
the
the topiary garden with Laszlo. I absolutely love the bit where he's like, "My beautiful lady wife Nadja." She probably doesn't want you to see this, but who gives a fuck? Beautiful.
Oh, goddamn. All right, so I said last week that was the end of season 1, but now that we've done this part, we're officially done with season 1. I gotta say I'm unbelievably excited for season 2. And now, because we took that accidental break, there's not really gonna be a break between season 2. We're just gonna jump right into it because we've already taken our break. So good news for you, the listener. That means next week we'll be coming back with Resurrection, which is it's a hell of an episode. Is all I'm gonna say.
So good.
It's so good.
So good.
Like, goddamn. Season 2, they have a little bit more money, so the cameo budget goes up a little bit. And
yeah.
they spend a good decent of it right in the very first episode. And I don't want to spoil who the person is, because they have 2 really good cameos in this season. And one of the first ones is right out of the gate. And it's a character's name is Topher, and he's the best. Gotta love Topher. High five. Matt, you'll laugh next week. It is not Topher Grace.
It is. Oh God, that would be amazing. They need to get Topher Grace on this show.
They really should get Topher Grace on this show. But no, you'll recognize the hell out of him, Matt. No worries. You'll know exactly who it is right away. But it's not Topher Grace. But it's just as funny, and it's so good. And then season 2 is just it's just a fucking delight. I don't have a bad thing to say about it. Like, it's such a good season, and I'm very excited to get into it. There is a joke they set up like crazy in season 1 that doesn't get paid off to like the second to last episode of season 2. Like, it's that far away, and they've already planted the seeds for it in season 1.
Wow.
So I'm really excited to get into this. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll decide while we're doing season 2 if we're going to go straight to season 3 or not, because it's already about halfway through. And Drew's been watching all of it. I've only watched an episode so far, but so far, I would say my concerns of them losing the magic are completely voided, and I think we're in really good hands. I'm excited for season 3. And then we might also do Wellington Paranormal. Who knows? I've watched about half of Wellington Paranormal, and then I stopped in case we did it for this show, because it is brilliant, is what I'll say. Wellington Paranormal is brilliant. So we might have to do that too. We might have to do a whole bunch. We'll find out. But since this is the season 1 wrap up, I don't really feel like doing plugs here. I hope the 2 of you are okay with that. And I think we should just start say goodbye to everybody, and we'll see you next week with season 2. Sound good?
Sounds good
to me.
Perfect. Thank you everyone so much for listening to season 1 of Who, What, When, Where, and Why We Do in the Shadows. It has been an absolute blast. And here's to season 2.
Ching ching.
Goodbye.
Bat!
Bat!
Wolf.